Morning, boys and girls. It's Wednesday, the 30th of January 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from the Chapel Hill Marina here in Lincolnshire. Not a gypsy traveller site, as Gustav has already managed to message in this morning. This is not a gypsy traveller site, dear. We haven't got like piles of rubbish and old wee-stained beds and, I don't know, broken up tables in a corner somewhere. No one's going out offering to repair your driveway or fix your roof or knocking on doors asking for bottles of water. This is not a gypsy. This is a very high-class marina, I'll have you know. I beg your pardon. Gypsy, this is not a report, the daily report. Gustav has written, is this our daily report from the Gypsy Travellers site? How rude. How rude. Very rude indeed. Well, there's no snow here. Oh, by the way, it's not my birthday. I just want to point that out. It's not my birthday. So why is this here? All will be revealed on the... Oh, there's lots in this show today, darlings. Yes, there is. We've got a weather report. We've got Gemma Collins news. We've got Uber news. Uber, you know, Uber. They're those people that drive around London in Priuses, clogging up the roads and can't drive. We've got Uber news, and we've got homophobic news as well. Or non-homophobic news, as I will call it. All coming up in today's worldwide beating, extremely popular, highly sought after United Kingdom talk, hosted by yours truly. A very good morning to you. Well, there's no snow here. We haven't got any snow at all. In fact, last night I thought it had warmed up a little bit, to be honest. However, it's not the same all over the country. In several of the papers this morning, this is the Daily Mirror, it says Britons are facing travelling chaos as snow and dangerous black ice. We haven't even got ice out there today. It was colder yesterday morning than it is today where I am. And I'm near Boston, which is in Lincolnshire. As snow and dangerous black ice are causing treacherous road conditions. Treacherous, dear. Treacherous. Now, the way I come back to our Lincolnshire television studio complex, I have two routes I can take. Like, if I've been to my sister's or anywhere over there, my sister and her family all live in one direction, okay? Not with one direction. They're not around anymore. They're not around anymore. They all live in one direction. Now, I've got two ways of coming back from there. One, which takes me along by literally next to the river, literally, okay? So there I am driving along. The river is down there. Big, deep river, okay? Or I can go another route through the fields. And if there's any inkling that there might be a bit of ice on the road, I'll go through the fields. Because let's be honest, you know, it's a lot better to fly off the road as you come round a corner into a field rather than a river. Because poor little, you know, tomorrow morning I might not be here, okay? And if I'm not here tomorrow morning, it may be that I've taken the risk and gone along by the river on black ice. Black alert. Black alert. That's on Star Trek Discovery. Do you watch that? When they put the spore drive in. Black alert. I love it. They had regular. They have yellow alert. They have red alert. And now they have black alert. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? That's because you don't watch Star Trek. A lot of people think Star Trek is this made-up science fiction program. No, it is a documentary. That ship is actually flying around at the moment, up there, looking out for aliens that may attack us and trying to eat us. I don't want to be eaten. Not yet, anyway. I don't want to be eaten. Anyway, so I come along the river, and if I don't appear tomorrow, it may be that I've taken that risk and I've slid off the road into the river, never to be seen again. To be fished up by some illegal fisher who's on there trying to catch his dinner from down the road in Boston. I went to Boston yesterday. Oh my God. Well, if I thought I saw unruly customers in Bracknell's Audi, you haven't been to Boston's Asda. Oh, the people in there, dear. I can't believe the people in Boston. Do not go to Boston's Asda on your own. And if you do, keep that purse or wallet or those few notes deeper. Keep it deep down in your pocket. I tell you, that is an experience. And the reason I went there yesterday is because I'd gone to Aldi to get some yogurts, bought some shopping in Aldi. I'm in the car, I forgot the yogurts. So I thought, oh, well, I'll kill two birds with one stone, and I'll go into Asda, get my cheap petrol in there, £1.13.7 a litre. Thank you very much. I can't believe the disparity, what's the word? The difference in the petrol, disparity, isn't it? Between certain petrol stations these days. Okay, forget on the motorway. Do not ever fill up on a motorway if you can possibly avoid it. They are by far the most expensive. Now, if I told you, as yesterday, I paid £1.13.7 a litre for petrol in Asda, okay, in Boston, right? I go around in Bracknell Sainsbury's, it's £1.17.9 a litre. That's quite a jump. 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 pence a litre. So it's 16 pence a gallon. So 8 gallons, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, about £1.20 extra per tank by filling up at Sainsbury's in Bracknell or Asda. Any of the Asdas, actually. They all tend to be the same price, I think. But I still see petrol for £1.25, £1.29, £1.30, and that's not on the motorway in normal garages. BP is the worst one you can go to. BP garages are the most expensive you can go to, and they make me laugh. Every now and again I get a little email or something from BP. Oh, fill up here this week for double nectar points. Do you know how much those nectar points are actually worth? Pennies, dear. Pennies. No, do not fill up at a BP garage. You'll be ripped up for the... And don't buy a sandwich in there either. Last time I bought a BLT in there or something like that, it's a long time ago now, that was like £4 or £5. It's outrageous. Don't go in a BP garage unless you can absolutely avoid... If you can absolutely avoid it, do not go in one of those. Asda is the cheapest petrol. But as I say, the customers in the Asda in Boston leave something to be desired. I think you said that about a gypsy site. Well, I thought there must have been one set up next to the Asda. There were two blokes, that's clearly father and son, and one was standing one side of the exit door, the entrance door, and one was standing the other, and they absolutely looked like they were about to do something. Do you know what I mean? You know that look they've got? They both looked foreign. They weren't English. They were white, but they both looked foreign. They absolutely looked like they were about to do something. Anyway, one of them caught my eye, and he looked straight. I thought he's going to stab me in a minute. Anyway, I just looked. I did my who the F do you think you're looking at type look. I look quite hard when I'm walking along, dear. You know, ghastly people in there. Oh dear. So I went into Asda and got me bits and pieces in there. Anyway, back to this story. Manchester and Liverpool airports have apparently closed their runways. Police have responded to multiple crashes on the roads in hidden ice patches, and dozens of schools have closed in places, including Greater Manchester, Staffordshire and the Highlands. So a lot of places closed up that way. Here in Lincolnshire, we seem to have avoided it completely. There's not a single snowflake outside. The sun's out now. It's gradually warming up. Well, very quickly once the sun's out, the inside of the caravan warms up. Even last night I came back from my nephew's house. I usually go to my nephew's house on a Tuesday, and it was reasonably warm in the caravan. I certainly didn't have the gas fire on full blast. Funny, isn't it? I don't know if I've got a problem with my water heater at the moment. It keeps... whenever I turn it's only the bathroom tap. When I turn the bathroom tap on, the pilot light goes out and it doesn't warm through the water, and I've been having trouble with that for a while now. I don't really want to call the plumber out now because I'm only here for another 2 days, and then that's it. I pack up for the 2 months in February and March when we're not allowed to come up here. Anyway, the Met Office has issued snow and ice warnings in the Daily Mirror this morning for most of the UK, telling drivers and pedestrians to watch out for ice on untreated roads and pavements, and expect delays after temperatures plunged to -10 overnight. Well, not here. Although I looked in the newspaper. On the was it on the newspaper? On the the BBC weather app. I looked at that, And apparently tonight we're going to have -6 here. But that's okay, you know, I'm warm and cosy in that bed. Oh, I love it. Do you know, I love being in bed here. I'm so relaxed. I know when you watch this, you think, does he ever relax? Yes, I do. When I get into bed, both here and actually in Bracknell, at my house in Bracknell, I get in bed and I'm so relaxed now. And that's happened over the last 2 or 3 years. I feel very calm and relaxed most of the time, funnily enough. And in bed, I climb in that bed. I've got my electric blanket next door in my here in the caravan. And I'm like this. I'm like that. I just like that. I look a little bit like Jesus on the cross, but laying flat instead of upwards. And obviously, with the nails in my hands. Must be very painful to do something like that. I saw a film the other night. Oh, it was awful. This, I think it was like some sort of burglary film. It might have been 21 Jump Street. And they get this bloke, and he's a dodgy bloke. But they get this bloke, and this woman, she's got like some machine which I think it's a DIY thing, but instead of hammering a nail in, you put these nails into the machine and you push a button and it pushes the nail into the wall like that, and she pinned him up like that, like Jesus on the cross. I was on my knees praying, dear. Awful. Well, I mean, if the weather isn't bad here, you don't want to be in America. Certain parts of America. And I've been watching because I know a lot of people in America, a lot of Manilow people, Barry Manilow people in America. And I've been watching some of their posts over the last few days. And they've all been getting rather worried about -45-degree temperatures, right? And I'm looking at these Facebook posts, and I must admit, and I thought, what are they going on about? -45 degrees? They must mean Fahrenheit, not being able to convert Fahrenheit to centigrade easily in my head. But I thought, oh, so that's probably about 5 or 6 degrees centigrade. No, -45 centigrade. Now remember, freezing is 0. Here last night, I think we were about 1 or 2 degrees plus. I've been here in the caravan. It's been -3, -4 before. In certain parts of America, including Chicago, -45 degrees centigrade. Later today, I believe. Here's the story. In the Daily Mail this morning, it says, the polar vortex is here. It's this thing that goes round and round, and it usually sits up north, but it's come down further, and it's covering some of America. It says the polar vortex are here, and it's wreaking havoc on tens of millions of people across the United States who are bracing for a deep Arctic chill that has halted postage services in 5 states and cancelled more than 2,700 flights. Now, I don't know why it cancels flights. My guess is ice on the wings of planes is very, very bad and dangerous. In fact, I don't know if you watched the news about that young footballer whose plane went down somewhere, and they think one of the causes might have been ice on the wings. You often, if you're waiting for one of the big jumbo jets at an airport or something like that, you often see them de-icing the wings before it takes off. Someone, I think we talked about this the other day, and someone said that some of the planes have some sort of little heaters on the wings to stop the ice coming when they're in flight, but I don't know if they all have them. They've named this storm Jayden. Winter Storm Jayden has been blamed for at least 4 weather-related deaths in Midwestern states, and authorities believe it will continue to be life-threatening throughout this week. Forecasters have predicted Chicago seems to be the worst place. Chicago will be colder than parts of Alaska, the North Pole and Antarctica, which is in the middle of summer. At the US Antarctic Research Station, it's called McMurdo. I wonder if that's named after McDonald's. Do they have a McDonald's in Antarctica? I don't know. Temperatures are predicted to be in the teens and low 20s, compared to Chicago's -28 centigrade. Now, I said to you 45, okay, -45. That's because of the wind chill. You know that you've been outside on a really cold day with no wind, and it's copable, isn't it? It's copable. Okay? I've been to New York. 5 years ago, I went for my 50th birthday, 5 years ago to New York. And I'll never forget, I came out of the hotel and thought, my God, this is the coldest place on the earth. I was so cold. So cold. You go out the hotel doors and immediately this cold hits you. And if that's not bad enough, so you're walking along and suddenly there's this blast of icy cold wind. And I didn't take a hat with me. And the first thing I did, I came out of that hotel and I immediately sought out a hat shop where I could buy some sort of hat, and that made all the difference. But the windshield makes so much of a difference. It really does. Because of the extreme cold in Chicago, crews had to set tracks on fire to keep trains moving slowly. Wow. In Chicago alone, more than 1,500 trains were cancelled in and out of the city. So, I mean, there's actually pictures in the Daily Mail of these train tracks being set alight. Fairbanks, it says, in the typically cold interior of Alaska, is forecast to have highs in the mid-teens Wednesday, much above late January averages, high of 2 degrees. So it's much warmer. So the cold, it's got warmer where it should be really cold and much colder where it shouldn't be that cold. So, my God, I mean, I was watching the television this morning, the BBC News this morning, and they were saying, you know, if you go out in that sort of temperature, you know, minus, what was it, what did it say, minus 29, minus 26, something like that. If you go out in that sort of temperature, you'd immediately get frostbite. You'd immediately get frostbite, followed by hypothermia. You know, so very, very dangerous weather conditions. Very, very dangerous indeed. Right, let's say hello to some of you this morning. Gustav, as I say, gets the first message in on the old Facebook. Good morning, Gustav. Let's go to YouTube as well. Let's go YouTube. Morning to... Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Sorry. Weird City Citizen, first message on the YouTube there. John Parrish, good morning to you in the Philippines. JP. Oh, that's quite good, John. Shall I call you JP? That's got more of a youthful tinge to it, isn't it? JP in the Philippines. I like that. JP in the Philippines. Won't be any snow there, my dear. Good morning to Joanna on YouTube. Weird City Citizen is in the house. Good morning to you, Claire. Snow in Surrey this morning, so that's down in the southeast. We've got no snow at all here, Claire. Nothing at all. Funny, isn't it? You'd expect it to be up here, wouldn't you? No snow indeed in the Philippines. Gemma Collins faked her fall, John says. I doubt that very much, John. I doubt that Gemma Collins faked her fall. I mean, that would have hurt. If you watch that thing, that going down like that on the ice would really have hurt her. I tell you, no, I doubt that very much. I don't think she faked her fall. I've just got a report here from Gustav saying we're out of sync. Let me have a look. We are, aren't we? Are we slightly out of sync this morning? There's not a lot I can do about that now, once we've started. Should I just carry on? Should we just carry on? We're about out of sync. Gustav has just said we're slightly out of sync, mouth and words. Okay. Not so bad, I would pull the show. I don't know. I think you might be right. It's doing it on my iPad as well. I can... Carry on. We're about out of sync. Gustav has just... Slightly out of sync, aren't we? I don't know why that is. I'm sorry. No. I can't do anything about that now other than stop and start again. We don't want that, do we? Not once we're in full flow, dear. Full flow. Over on the texting, good morning to... Hang on, let me just get that fired up for you. Where are we now? Come on, chop, chop. Takes a little while for the old text thing to come on. Good morning to Peter in Woodall Spa. Morning to you, Peter, who says, it's a very nice sunny day, got lots of frost, and I like your shirt and jacket. Thank you very much. When's your last day in the caravan? Oh, Friday. Well, Thursday, and I go on Friday, so that's it. Are you on FaceTime? No, you can't FaceTime the show, unfortunately, Peter. Not possible to do that, mate. All right. Thank you, Gustav, for the report there. Where are we going now? What were we doing? YouTube. Weird City Citizen. If you drive into the water, let the car fill up before trying to escape. It's the only way. Is it really? I don't know how that works. You can't get the door open, can you? I gather. If your car goes underwater, you can't get the door open. What about electric windows? The electric won't work, will it? Claire, a cyclist went off the footpath by our mill pond into the water and died. Look at that. Now they have fenced off the whole pond. Such a shame because of one person. So don't go in the river. Yeah, we don't want that fenced off as well. People won't be able to do their fishing, will they? Oh, that's good. Weird City Citizen. Talk faster and catch up with the video. Really? I don't think there's anything I can do about that yet. If I tried to do something, you see, I could make it even worse. So I'll leave it as it is this morning. It's unusual for the sync to go out like that, but one of those things. Sorry about that. Okay, back over onto Facebook Live. Where are we? Where did we get to on there? Let's come back on there. That's better. It's easier on here sometimes. Good morning. Morning, Ray Reynolds. Good morning, Ray. Ray is in the house this morning. Tony Powers there. Katie Ann Patterson. Don't say that. I'm going to say it again. That. Morning, Katie. Hello to Omar. Would you tell me what you're talking about? Well, if you listen, you'd know. What a funny thing to ask. Listen, and you'll know what I'm talking about, Omar. Do pay full attention. Good morning to Mark Jones. Diane Jebb is in the house. Morning, Diane Jebb. Let's have a look. I've been talking to some Americans, says Katie. They were telling me too, I will never complain about the cold again. No, I mean, gosh, far too cold for me. Far too cold. It'll keep the plumbers in business. What a shame. Adam the plumber's here this morning. Here you are, Adam. If you need any work, pop over to Chicago. Take your fur coat, dear. Fake fur, I hope. Fake fur, dear. Fake fur. Angela Waters has just got out of the theatre. Has it cooled down over there in Australia? I hope it has for you. Michael Pullman's there. Morning, Michael. Angela had an operation today on her kidney stones. Well, I told you. With your kidney stones, stop eating stones, dear. Then they won't go down to your kidneys. You're a strange lady eating stones. Really are, my love. And hello to Ricardo. Ricardo joins us as well this morning on this Wednesday. Apparently the sync is okay on YouTube. Oh, now that's interesting. That's interesting. John says it was gone. Good morning, Gemma faking it. Look at the bumper. No, John. She did not fake that. There's no way. The thing is with you, John, like you decide something and then that's it. You were the same with this Alexa thing, weren't you? I remember now. It's the same with that Alexa thing. You are convinced that Alexa is only listening to you when you say the word Alexa. And now you're the same with John Paris. So we can't have a conversation, can we, about things? You decide that, and that's it. Am I right? Gemma did not fake that fall. There is no way. I think it'd be incredibly difficult to fall down like that on the ice. To force yourself to do that. I don't see how anyone would do that. I really don't. Does anyone else think Gemma Collins faked the fall on the ice? Do let us know. Let's join everyone else in this one, John, and see what they think as well. Perhaps you do think that she fell down on the ice purposely. When you watch that video, I cannot see that she... That just does not look to me that she would have done that on purpose. Besides, I think naturally, if you had faked falling down on the ice like that, you would know you were about to do it, and instinctively you would have put your hands down in front of you. She doesn't do that. She hits her face on the ice and bounces back up again slightly, only because she's so fat. That's just how it is. You know, it's just awful. I mean, no. I'm not a fan of hers. You know I don't like... I don't dislike her. I just don't think like someone like her should be on the television. No talent. No talent at all. Here, John, here. Top referees analysed it. By the way, not me. Well, no, I don't think so. Who else thinks she chucked herself on the ice? Anyone else? Anyone else? Do let us know. Good morning, Chris Manzar. Katie says it's good on Facebook. Oh, so it's working on Facebook for you. Okay, so we're out of sync for some people and not others, okay? There is some Gemma Collins news this morning. Can you believe this? 2 stories. One's in the Daily Mirror. Gemma Collins has slammed fat shamers in the wake of the brutal Dancing on Ice fall, but claims she should get special treatment from judges because of her weight. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you want to go in something, you should get treated exactly the same as everyone else. The Towery diva, who spectacularly tripped during her live skating performance on Sunday night, said people should, and I quote, cut me a bit of slack because she's, and I quote again, the biggest girl in the competition. Should make no difference at all. Why should anyone be treated differently in a competition because they're fat? No. If you want to be the same as everyone else, lose some weight. If you're happy with your fatness, then that's fine as well, dear. But don't ask for special treatment. What a blooming liberty. Gemma, who says she doesn't usually bother weighing herself, well, I think we can see that, dear. God's sake. But has managed to lose 2 stones since starting of the training, told The Sun, it's physically more tiring for me than anyone else. I'm carrying weight that the others haven't got. Oh, she wants special treatment. Oh, bless. Special treatment. Oh, you poor old thing, dear. You ain't getting it. That's what it's all about. These people desire attention and special treatment all the time. I know people like this. I know many, many people like this. One in particular who always demands special treatment wherever this particular person goes, who will remain nameless. And no, it's not me. I hate it. I hate any sort of special treatment. When I used to be sort of quite a well-known DJ on sort of the gay London scene, and I used to go out on a Saturday night and I'd be standing in a queue with everyone else, and lots of people knew me then. Not now. That's kind of gone. Do you know what I mean? Once you stop doing these things, you're forgotten very, very quickly. But at the time, quite a few people knew me, including other DJs, club promoters, that sort of thing on the gay scene. And I'd be standing in a queue, waiting to go into a club or something. I said, "All right, Chris, what are you standing there for?" "Well, I'm waiting to go into the club." "Yeah, but you can come in the VIP." No, that's all right. No, that's all right. I hate it. I don't like the special treatment. I do like a nice bit of treatment. If I've gone to a posh afternoon tea or something like that, and you've paid, then I like the special treatment. But that you've paid for that, for 2 hours of special treatment, not because I think I am someone, because I'm a customer who's gone to a posh hotel and I've paid for that privilege. Apart from that, I don't like. I wouldn't like that. As I say, I know a certain person who absolutely loves it, this particular person. Wherever this particular person, something has to be done that's different to everyone else, and it drives me bananas. Absolute banana, manana, da. I like that word, banana. Do you like that word? Banana. Banana. I love banana. Anyway, the Daily Mirror story. She moaned that it's unfair for the judges, in particular Jason Gardner, of course, to have a pop at her over her and Matt Evers' inability to add lifts to their routines. Well, of course she can't have lifts on her routine. She's too fat. Of course she can't have lifts. That's one of those things. But you've got to do something else. Find something else instead of the lifts. Impress us with a little twirl or maybe, I'll tell you what you could do, Gemma. I'll tell you what you could do. What you could do is spin round and round and drill into the ice with your skates. That would impress us. Something that someone who's slim and light wouldn't be able to do. Find something else. Don't be asking for special treatment. That's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. But that's not the only Gemma Collins story this morning we got, boys and girls. Oh no, it just gets better and better. This is in a paper. We don't usually use this paper, but my friend Tom has sent this morning over on the Facebook. Dancing on Ice star Gemma Collins has been mobbed, just like the Beatles. Now, I'm finding this a bit hard to believe, to be honest, but nevertheless, it's in the Sun this morning. In the Star this morning, it says, the Dancing on Ice star says her fans are as hysterical as the Fab fours were. She claims she's had to hire a bodyguard after being mobbed. What, one? How is one bodyguard going to stand in front and protect you, dear? It'll be like a clips. It would be like a partial eclipse, because someone will stand in front of you to take the bullet, but you'll still have two bits either side sticking out from behind that person. You'll need several bodyguards in front of you, my dear. Either that or a great big fat one. One bodyguard for Gemma Collins. How is that gonna fill her size? According to Gemma, fans are listen to this in the Star this morning. According to Gemma, fans are left sobbing and shaking because of the emotional overload of meeting their role model. I've heard it all now. This woman is deluded. Absolutely deluded. Gem, who calls herself the GC, revealed it once took 7 bouncers to protect her at a club. Pfft, more like 7 bouncers to try and pick her up and drag her out the door because she was so pissed. Dear me. Here we go. Writing in her new book. She's got a book coming out. What is it, a recipe book? 5 packets of lard in every single meal, I guarantee you. Writing in her new book, she says, it was really scary, but it comes as part of the job. It's like Beatlemania. Beatlemania without any talent, darling. There are people screaming and trying to grab me. Well, there's so much of you to grab, dear. That's why. There's so much of you to grab. As Harry Star added, they just want a bit of my diva glitter to rub off on them. She's absolutely deluded. Gemma, 37, has lost 2 stone training for Dancing on Ice after Judge Jason Gardner branded her lazy. Well, I wouldn't say she was lazy. If there's money to be made, she is there, mate. I wouldn't say she's lazy. Talentless, yes. Fat, yes. Not lazy. Her professional skate partner, Matt Evers, he seems a decent enough chap, doesn't he? Said she's incredible. She gets there early and texts me, Matt, where are you? Yeah, I wouldn't say she was lazy. I wouldn't. I would say that she probably has trouble doing some of those routines because of her size. Right? But she shouldn't be asking for special treatment. That's outrageous. Special treatment just because you're big? Dear me. Right, back to some of your messages, boys and girls. Let's have a look here. Katie says, that's one reason she wouldn't fall, meaning too. She would hurt herself too much. Yeah, I think so. Have you ever fallen on ice? My God, it's hard. It's worse than falling over on a bit of concrete. Ice is so... I've done the ice skating and I've fallen over, and I won't go ice skating. You can do yourself some serious damage on ice. Serious damage. That fall was not faked. Chris Manzar says people are entitled. Yeah, she thinks she's entitled to special treatment, you see. Good morning to Tony Carroll, who's in Virginia Lake, near Wangoonai. Chris, I have a job interview near Plymouth in New Zealand tomorrow. Oh, well, good luck with that. Virginia Lake is beautiful with ducks. Rare ducks in New Zealand. Oh, it sounds a lovely place. That really does. Omar says he loves eating ducks. Oh, dear Omar, you are naughty. Have you ever tried catching one, mate? Oh, dear. Let's have a look here. Where are we going? John says, look again, her hands hit the ice first. Apologies to accept. Oh, please, John. You're just looking for faults all the time, aren't you, dear? Paul and Lou, good morning. Oh, dear, it didn't last long. Chris's love for Gemma Collins lasted 1 day. No, I didn't love her. I felt sorry for her. I felt sorry for her falling over on the ice. John says she eats books. Gemma Collins eats books. Oh dear. Katie, we don't eat animals. Absolutely, Katie. Me neither, darling. You and me would get on very well, Katie. We could sit there around a carrot. We could have a carrot. I do some lovely vegetarian stuff. My niece's wife did me a lovely dinner last night, a Quorn cottage pie, which is, oh, it's absolutely delicious. She gets this corn mint stuff, carrots. I think there was broccoli in there and carrots. I definitely tasted those two. Don't know what else was in there. And some crispy potato on top. Oh, God, that was absolutely delicious. And she does a great big one. So I have half of it when I go round it. I've got the other half later today, you see. Which is really nice. They do look after me. I went round there yesterday, and that's what that's for, okay? So why is this it? Is it my birthday? No, it's not. But, as I say, this is my last couple of days here in the caravan for 2 months. And then the site closes. I went round my nephew's house last night, and as I walked in, there's this balloon there, a little table with a couple of 3 presents on it, and a couple of cards, which, did I bring? Yes, here they are. Here's my cards. And this is from, look, and written, this would be probably written, I would imagine, by Evie. There we are, little birthday card. It's not my birthday till next week, but because I'm not here, they decided to throw me sort of a mini birthday party. There it is. There's 2 cards, right? And there's Evie's writing. She's the 6-year-old, 6 or 7 years old she is. And it says, sometimes you have to decipher children's writing a little bit. To Uncle Chris, happy birthday. We hope you have a good birthday. Lots of love from Evie, Harry and Olivia. Isn't that lovely? Oh yeah, all that's written by the little girl herself. Very precious. Cards from children are very, very precious, especially if they've either made them themselves or used their own writing in there. It's just amazing, because there's 3 of them there, you see. Harry, Olivia and Evie are the 3 children now, and I do have 2 other, these are great nieces and great nephews, yeah? And I have 3 other great nieces and nephews. 2 other great nephews and a great niece in the form of baby James, Emily and George, who are my niece's children. And there's one here as well, another card here, and that's from my nephew and his wife. To Chris, we know it's a bit early, but we wanted to spoil you, and you did. You did spoil me yesterday. Happy birthday, all our love from Gary and Stacey. And that's such a wonderful thing to do, as I'm not here for my birthday. And they got me this balloon here. Isn't that great? Look at that. And it's got this thing here, so like I know it, like a plastic thing to weight it. So if I was to cut that off, it would fly away. A lot of people would like me to fly away, I think, to be honest. So that can stay there. I was going to leave that for the children to play with, but you see, Evie and Harry, I know there'd be a fight over the balloon then. So that's the only reason I took it with. I was going to leave it there. That's the only reason I took it, because I knew they would fight over it. So I'll probably take that home. I think it's got that helium stuff in it. I don't know how long they last. Well, I'll probably try and take that home with me to Bracknell in Berkshire and keep it with me next week. So that's nice. And they also got me a T-shirt, a large, it must be king size box and wool teasers for my birthday. And they got me this T-shirt. Oh yeah, this T-shirt, which I'll be honest, is a little bit tight on me at the moment. Is it a large? It is a large. I am a little bit weighty at the moment. I'm back up to 13 stone at the moment, which I'm hoping I'm going to start work on that after my birthday, which is next Tuesday. So I've got this T-shirt, which is lovely. It's not tight. It's just a little bit tight. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit tight to make it slightly uncomfortable. I don't like anything clinging to me. I'm not one for tight clothes or anything like that. And another hooded top, which I've hung up on the thing outside. What a lovely thing to do, isn't it, eh? Just because I'm not going to be here next week. Is Maureen here this morning? Where's Maureen? Maureen, are you there, dear? You do worry me when you don't text in. I hope you haven't fallen over on an ice or so. Don't go out, dear. Don't go out. That's the thing. Here we go. One moment. Where are we now? Angela says, I love duck. It beats hospital food. Oh, you can't be eating ducks, Angela. You're proper Australian, aren't you? You just sit there. I bet you have dinners that contain absolutely no vegetables at all. It's all just dead animals on a plate. How awful. My brother-in-law, he has this kebab. and half of the little plastic thing is filled up, and polystyrene box is filled up with chopped up bits of various different animals. And you never know what's in a kebab, do you? I mean, it may say the best lamb. Oh, I saw the most. Oh, I hate to tell you this. I haven't got anything to show you. Don't worry. There's no pictures about to come up. I saw the most horrific video yesterday, and it was in Australia, of lambs being done in an abattoir. It really upset me last night. Awful watching those things on YouTube and that. Paul and Lou says, I thought Gemma was skated like a fat penguin. John, remember the guy from EastEnders? He whizzed out off the earth. I don't know. I don't watch EastEnders. Or was he on Dancing on Ice? You see, I'm only watching bits of it to see what she's up to. And this is the beauty of the television. They knew this would happen. They brought her in as the freak show. And people like to watch a freak show. That's why you're watching this. Am I right? Omar, my wife liked hospital food when she was pregnant. She said it was healthy. What, duck? In Australia, it's dog food. Happy 60th birthday, Chris, says Paul and Lou. No, that's not for 4 years, Paul and Lou. In 4 years, I'll be 60. My God, I just don't get it. I just don't understand how I could possibly be 60. But there we are. John, they may cancel Dancing on Ice this week. Are still busy repairing the crater that Gemma made when she took a dive. And I'm not 65 after, John. Oh dear. Chris says suck the helium out. No, I don't. I'm not going to breathe in gases of any other sort other than oxygen. Thank you very much. Although last night my nephew made a few gas type noises, which worried me a lot. Where are we now? Just a second. Ooh, down we go. We've done that bit, haven't we? Blooms last a while. What, do you mean these? No, it's not flowers, it's a balloon. Oh, balloons. I beg it. Yeah, that's a misprint, isn't it? Balloons do last a while. Yeah, it's got that helium stuff in it. Omar likes kebabs. No, I don't like kebabs. Not my... You don't know what's in a kebab. You've got no idea what meat there is in a kebab. We've had stuff... Possibly. Whereabouts are you, Omar? You're probably in a country that know how to do kebabs. Here in the UK, there's all sorts of crap in there. Rat meat and everything. I think, are you of a certain religion that requires meat in a certain way? You see, I'm a vegetarian, Omar. I don't eat dead animals at all. Although I gather... The whole vegan thing seems to be gathering pace here in the UK now. Have you noticed that? It's a lot of... I don't know why that's happened. It's all of a sudden, everyone seems to be doing vegan and vegetarian stuff, don't they? Todd Carty played Tucker in Grange Hill. Yes, he did. That's right. Tucker in Grange Hill. What a marvellous programme that was. Make an interview with Moo Sala. I don't know who Moo Sala is. Is he watching the show as well? Who is that? Moo Sala? I don't know who that is. Oh, there's Maureen. Thank God for that. There you are. You do worry me when you don't text in, Maureen. Please. Please make sure you text in, lovely Maureen. All right, darling. Okay. Let's have a look here. Where are we going? Soundbar. Anyone got a soundbar on their telly? Now, I thought it was me, but my nephew's having the same problem. And that is, the sound appears to go up and down on its own. And sometimes the music is so loud that you can't hear what people are saying, or they're whispering. Now, we never seem to have that on an old type of television, you know, before the flat screens came out. So a big television, I don't know what you think about this, John. The big televisions, you know, big wide, though, 32-inch, you had to have 3 people carrying the bloody thing into the house. But I've got a soundbar, and my nephew's got one, and they're completely different types. Okay, I think he's got an LG one. I've got a Panasonic one, I think it is. And certainly there are some times, and you keep turning it up, and then suddenly the music blasts through, but you can't hear what people are saying. What's all that about? Anyone else have that problem at all with a soundbar? Gustav, I love a kebab and chips. Yummy, especially if it's made out of dead vegans. There was there was something on the telly the other day, actually, about a farmer who says, these vegans make me laugh. He said they all go on about eating dead animals, not eating dead animals and all that business. And he was saying, let me tell you, do you know the trouble we have with growing soya and stuff like that on fields? Let me tell you, if I see the slightest hint of a fox or a rabbit start eating my soya, I blast them straight out of the sky. So don't think the vegans are actually doing the animals any favours. Hello to Drew Peacock. Good morning to Drew Peacock, who joins us this morning. That's from Paul and Lou. Where is Drew? Is he in Birmingham as well? So there we are. Omar says Mo Salah is a famous player in Liverpool. He is Egyptian. I don't really do football, to be honest, Omar. My nephew loves football. Oh, he's a big football fan, Jimmy. He's 21. He's always out. All over the country he goes, on trains to watch football matches and get drunk with his mates and what have you. Good. Now, Uber. Let's do the Uber one next. Uber are offering in-car meditation now to help stressed out passengers relax. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. In the hopes of helping stressed passengers relax, Uber has launched a new in-car meditation feature. Now, does that excuse me? Does that mean all the drivers are going to learn to speak English properly here in the UK? You know how much I hate Uber cars. I absolutely detest them. They drive around far too slow. They suddenly turn left or right. They've no idea where they're going. They're adjusting their mobile thing while they're driving along with one wheel. They're an absolute nightmare. And a lot of them have got earphones on while they're driving. How can you hear anything behind you? That should be illegal, driving with earphones on. And cyclists. Have you seen cyclists with earphones on? Madness. It says in the Daily Mirror, from today, passengers across the UK can access calm meditation. You have to put these things on when you're in one of their cars. You take your life into your hands when you get in an Uber car. If you come to the UK, please take a black taxi. Do not get in an Uber car. You are taking your life in your hands. A blooming nightmare. From today, passengers across the UK can access calm meditation and relaxation exercises through the Uber app. 4 exercises are available, lasting 3 minutes, 5.5 minutes, 12 minutes, 20 seconds and 30 minutes. I don't know how we get to the 12 minutes, 20 seconds, but there we are. The most common link for Uber trips. And while you might think that the driver would be left out, that isn't the case at all. Well, I thought most of them were meditating. Because they're certainly not paying attention to the roads. Drivers will also be able to stream a 3-minute clip to help them relax doing trips. Wait, is that a video? Is that a video? And you know what else I've seen? I've seen Uber drivers, I kid you not, watching the television on their mobile phones when they're driving along. Do not get in an Uber car. A spokesman for Uber says some 54% of people use their time in an Uber to scroll through emails, social media and the news on their smartphones. So on your next Uber trip, escape your work for just a few moments to unwind. Just a few moments. I'm telling you, you need something to calm you down when you're in an Uber car. The meditation exercises are available on the Uber app for the next month. Uber users can also claim a 30-day trial of Calm. Okay, so that's the app called Calm to help you relax on those ever-exciting Uber journeys. All right? Oh, dear. Right, okay. I think you got done there, Drew Peacock. Who is what? I don't get it. Drew Peacock. Drew, say it slowly. Drew Peacock. Oh dear. Shut up, Paul. Shut up, Paul. I get it now. Be careful of those Uber things. What else have we got here? What's the time anyway? We've been chatting for an hour. Oh, I must go soon. One more story then today. Ah, yes, Will Young. Will Young this morning. Do you want a phone line open? Do you want anyone want to call in this morning? I'll open the phone line just for a little while. There you go. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's already open. Already had that open. What's that notifications there? We would like to hear from you. What do you think of Skype version 8? Oh, I can't wait to give you that one. Okay, there's a phone line open there. If you want to call in, you don't have to. I'm not bothered by phone calls. It's just up there for 5 minutes or so, just in case anyone wants to call in about anything. 02081 144 3477 is my local London number. Okay, local London number. 02081 144 3477. It's funny, actually, you know, with the technology now. I could actually have a number on Skype for anywhere in the world. I could have an American number or an Australian number or an Egyptian number. Anywhere in the world, I could have a local phone number for wherever I... Isn't that clever? How clever is that? So I've got a local London number. 0208144 3477 is my phone number if you want to call in. All right. One more story then today, and then we'll go to birthdays. Will Young. Now, I quite like the Will Young stuff. I like his music. But it turns out it's a little snowflake. Oh, dear Will. Will's all hurt. Oh, little Will Snowflake. He hasn't got the joke. He hasn't got the joke. In the Daily Mail this morning, Will Young has slammed the hosts of the Grand Tour. Now, the Grand Tour is like the new version of Top Gear. That was on the BBC. The three people, Jeremy Clarkson, Richard, and I can't remember the name. It doesn't matter. Three blokes about my age they are. All straight, okay? They're all straight. And they do this car programme. They had a row with the BBC, so they left the BBC and they went on to Amazon Prime and shed loads of money for doing the show on there, okay? Now, so Will Young has slammed the host of the Grand Tour as well as the show's broadcaster Amazon Prime for homophobic segment in which a Jeep Wrangler was test-driven. Now, wait for homophobic. Right, wait for this. Now, to me, homophobic is someone screaming and shouting over the other side of the road, you dirty queer, you pervert, all this sort of stuff. That, to me, is homophobic. Homophobic is where someone is grabbed off the street and given a good kicking, okay? If someone did that to me, I would consider that homophobic. Jokes, in my mind, are not homophobic or racist or anything like that. It's the same with so-called racist jokes, which are only jokes. To me, they're not racist. Racist is when you point at someone and say, you dirty... da-da-da. Get it? Yeah? That is what it is to me. A joke said by someone like Jim Davidson, to me, now I'm not a fan of Jim Davidson, but it is a joke. People can't take a joke anymore. And unfortunately, it seems the case with Will Young here. It seems the case with Ryan. The three presenters, the story goes, Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond and James May, appear on the current season of the motoring show in a bizarre clip in which they claim driving a Jeep means you should wear ventilated chaps. Now, they're those trousers with no backs, aren't they? Have you ever seen anyone walking around in those? Oh, it does look strange, dear. Literally, no arse. Driving a Jeep means you should wear ventilated chaps, moisturise and play It's Raining Men while in the car. Now, I find that hilarious. I'm gay, as you know. That, to me, is a joke. They are telling a joke. Not Will Young. Oh, Will. Oh, he's so upset. You poor... Oh, have you been offended? Oh, you poor man. Oh, dear. Pop star Young, who is gay... No, really? Was evidently watching the third episode of the new season when he stumbled across the segment, taking to Twitter to communicate his outrage. The former Pop Idol winner, 40, branded the trio of men effing pathetic and actually homophobic as well as repulsive and obtuse, bigoted, immature babies. But they're only having a joke. Get real, will you, man? And I know Angela will be thinking the same as this in Melbourne, Australia, won't you, Angela? as me. In a 6-tweet rant, young typed, I love cars, always will. 2, I loved going on Top Gear. 3, excited about watching new Top Gear. And I'm afraid 3, heterosexual men so uncomfortable with their sexuality that they reference in some lame way to a Wrangler Jeep being a gay man's car. Well, it is. It is a gay man's car. What straight man in their right mind would be driving around a little camp Wrangler Jeep? I would like one myself, thank you very much. But very juicy on the old petrol, that's why I haven't got one. I am an economic driver now, boys and girls, economic. Hammond and May's quips to Clarkson wearing chaps. Oh, I'd love to see that. Clarkson wearing chaps. And a pink shirt. He should get some moisturiser. It's effing pathetic and actually homophobic. It's not homophobic. They're having a joke. Why can't you see that? Go back in your little house, cover yourself with little balls of cotton wool so nothing can hurt you again. Oh, I'm a snowflake. God's sake, man. It really is too much. It says, gay men, I don't drive a Wrangler Jeep. I don't wear pink shirts. I don't wear arseless chaps. You can be honest and funny without this ridiculous lad, oh, being gay and let's laugh about it mentality. It's repulsive and how dare you do it and put it out on Prime Video. Oh, for God's sake. For God's sake, man. They're having a joke. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. As a gay man, I think they're having a laugh and I'll laugh along with them. If you are offended, just turn it off and shut up. Because I'm not a particular fan of this car program myself, but I can see where they're coming from. And they are not out there to offend anyone. They are having a laugh. Whatever happened to people having free speech and having a laugh? You silly, silly man. I had so much respect for you as a music man. Please, get real. Get real, will you? Perry, a very good morning to Perry. Morning, Perry, who says, hi, Chris. I don't use any kind of minivan. I use my own car or motorbikes. Good on you, Perry. Chris agrees with me. Omar uses a micro... What's a microbus? Microbus. I don't know what a microbus is. Is that like a minibus, like a transit van with, say, 8 seats in it? I like those. I really like those. When I was in Barbados, this is some years ago, probably about 20 years ago now, the buses, the main form of transport on the island, were little minibuses, possibly microbuses like what Omar drives there. And they drove around the island everywhere, and you simply just put your hand out and they would stop and you'd get on. What a great job. I like little minibus. I'd like to drive something big, I think. In my days of working for British Telecom, I had a very large, big yellow van. You couldn't see out the back of it. It was always a little bit dodgy reversing, I think. You had the side mirrors, and if you wanted to reverse, you'd drive to where you were, then get out, walk round and see what was behind you, and then move back slowly, looking in your 2 mirrors. But if anyone came behind you, unless they hooted, you wouldn't be able to see them. Nowadays, of course, it's much easier. You can have a little camera in the back. In my car, I've got a little camera just above the number plate. It is. The only thing is, it does seem to pick up dirt and water very easily. And if you're driving along and you go into reverse and it's all misty where the water's going to just give it a little quick wipe and you can see again. But yeah, minibuses, great little things there. Paul and Lou says Will Young's there's no sense of humour. No sense of humour. You see, I think it's his age. The 40-year-old age is always a bit of a problem. The trouble is, I mean, he obviously made it music-wise, but a lot of people, they get to 40, and if they haven't made it, they start lashing out all over the place. Trying to make a point. Oh, dear me, how silly. Gustav. Oh, sorry, I've read that one as well already, haven't I? We want to find out what a microbus is. Can I just type that into me thing up there and let's have a look. Microbus. So look at that microbus. Yes, little minibuses there. Like, oh, I like the look of those. I'd like a microbus, something like that. I could put all my stuff in there, couldn't I? I could put all my stuff in a microwave. I could carry around karaoke people. I could drop them all off afterwards. Maureen would like that, wouldn't you, Maureen? You could get on the little microbus, like several people, and I could drop you off at your various addresses, couldn't I? Gustav says, so they never actually said it was a Jeep for gay men. They just said you should be wearing arseless chaps while driving it. So why did Will Young honk that it was a gay reference? Anyone can wear them. It's Will Young not being homophobic for instantly thinking only gay people wear them or pink shirts. I think you're right, Gustav. Have you got any of those special trousers, Gustav? Bring some in the pub and I'll wear them one day. That's what we need. That's what we need. Backless trousers, boys and girls. Bring some in for me. Oh dear. Microbus karaoke, even better. So when the karaoke night finishes, we all get on the microbus and I'll have a driver and we'll carry on the karaoke as I drop people off. What a fantastic idea that is, Chris. Actually, why a minibus? Why not a coach? Mobile karaoke. Karaoke comes to you. It could be like, say a Tuesday night. I get on my big coach, like, I don't know, 60-seater or something like that. And people, I could advertise it on the Facebook. And then if you want to join in, okay, you just send me your name and your address and we come round and pick you up. And we just drive around singing songs. What a great idea. There's an absolute business idea there for someone. I'm sure there is. Would you need to have it licensed so you could sell... Could you sell drink on a... People drink on coaches, don't they? Obviously not the driver. But I don't know legally how that would work. Be very interesting, wouldn't it, eh? Gustav, Gemma Collins has a bulldozer for shopping, says JP. Oh, I love it. I love it. Gustav, sweetheart, your arse is like a bag of spanners covered up. God knows what it's like hanging out of arseless chaps or just a towel in a sauna. Paul and Lou, a bit too far to drop us off. I don't think so, Paul. Did I say it was restricted to London? No. You know, I'll be part of it. You know, today's karaoke coach trip takes us to Birmingham. Who wants to come? I bet we'd fill that up. Maureen would be on there. I know Maureen would come. Wouldn't you? Maureen, you could bring sandwiches for everyone then. Well, that'd keep you busy. All right, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. And I must get a move on today because I've got a special lunch today with my sister and that. Birthday time. Good morning to Kelly Kim. Morning, Kelly Kim. It's her birthday today. She's one of the people that comes to the karaoke. Lovely, lovely girl. Happy birthday to Kelly Kim. Happy birthday to 32 years old today. Good morning, Kelly. Mark Riley today is 51 years old. Good morning, Mark. Happy birthday to you. India Ryan. India Ryan is one of my cousin's daughters. She is 17 years old today. Oh, no, hang on, not one of. No, my cousin's, yes, one of my cousins, as in several cousins' daughters. He's only got one daughter. I just want to point out, in case his wife's watching and he thinks he's got another one by someone else. No, not the case. Good morning, Tim. And India is his daughter. Happy birthday to you. 17 years old. Wow. Growing up quick. Happy birthday, India. She was a great favourite as well as of my uncle. That's Tim's dad. I remember how proud Uncle Terry was when you were first born. Happy birthday, India. All right. Rio Sanchez is 30 years old today on this Wednesday. Andrea Galino, I hope I've said that right, is 39 today. Good morning, Andrea. Happy birthday to you. Sergei Dudnik is 31 years old today. Benji, little Benji. Benjamin Paul is 35 years old today. He works in the posh perfumes area in Harrods. Now, when I say the posh perfumes area, not downstairs. Not downstairs. He's upstairs. And let me tell you, these small bottles of perfume where Benjamin works cost tens of thousands of pounds. I kid you not. That's where he works. Hundreds of thousands of pounds for some of these bottles. But God knows what they're made out of. You know, possibly crushed unicorns or something. I don't know. Happy birthday, Benjamin. And Kevin Holland's birthday as well today. So happy birthday to you all, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everyone. Paul and Lou says, you need to go on Dragon's Den with that idea. I wouldn't want to go on there. I think I quite like the Dragons. I must say, I do quite like the Dragons. I like Peter Jones, very, very successful and astute man. Great awe in what he's achieved. All of them actually in their lives. My favourite is Deborah. I like Deborah Meaden. I really like Deborah Meaden. I used to like the one who coughed a lot on there. She's not on there anymore. She had long black hair. And she looked, she did look an age, but she was one of my favourites on there as well. Who's the lady on there at the moment? Oh yeah, I could see her. This big girl, isn't she? I can't remember her name now, but she's good. And of course, I don't know where he is. Is he Greek? The one with a slightly darker skin, like a permanent suntan. I can't remember what his name is. Not Theo. Oh, I can't remember now. And then the young one on there as well, who always looks impeccably smart, doesn't it? Yeah, I quite like Dragon's Den. I don't think that would make any money, though, that one, would it? It'd be more of a fun type thing, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's it for the show today. Thanks ever so much for joining us, boys and girls. I'm off to the swimming pool today. I don't know what one I'm going to go to today. I found, yesterday I tried a new swimming pool out, the Princess one, which is in Boston. They've got two in Boston. The Princess one, it's a bit dearer than the others at £5. I used it yesterday. It's a bit too small. You know, you've got 6 people in there and you're busy. Any more than that, and we had about 13 or 14, including one couple that were just, or young couple that were just all over the place, and they weren't bothered whose way they got in. You know, you'd be swimming and then they'd be swimming and one would try and overtake the other and just cut right in front of you. Rude. And she had a piggy face as well. Not the sort of people that you'd want to talk to. So I wasn't impressed by the Princess swimming pool, although the showers in there were fantastic. It was funny, there was a sign, showers in the swimming pool not working very well, please use the showers in the athletics. Okay, so I've had my swim and I've got out. I said, where are the athletics? Oh, she said, just walk out there around reception and then through there and through. I said, what, like this in my shorts? She said, yeah, that'd be fine, although it'd be a bit cold. Oh, okay. So I've come out of this swimming pool and I'm walking on like the polished wood surface, past the reception in my little swimming shorts and a towel around my shoulder. I thought, this is a bit odd. I got in the athletic showers. There's no one in there. That was handy, weren't it? No one in there at all. Actually, no, I should go to Horncastle today because I've got to go to my sister's for 12:30. What's it now? 10. Oh, this is tight on the time. A bit tight on the time. All right, Ice Ice Baby Peter. That's the one. Ice Ice Baby. Bum 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 bum. Ice tomorrow morning. Ice tomorrow morning. All right, that's it then. Thanks ever so much, gang. I'll see you again, hopefully sometime tomorrow morning. You have a wonderful day and thanks very much for watching and listening to the show. Cheerio now.